Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Tade Talks. I am Dr. Tade, and today we're going to be talking about what to do if you suspect your child has special needs. A lot of people have been sending me messages asking me about what should they do when they suspect their child has special needs. So if your child is displaying symptoms that seem abnormal, do not ignore the signs. Start early. Remember, early intervention is key. For example, if your child is not talking by the age of 18 to 24 months, it may be a red flag. People may try to dismiss it and convince you that some children do not start talking till age 5. This is not normal. Family members may convince you that this is typical in the family, and they may give examples of members of the family who have delayed speech, or they could tell you, oh, the dad didn't talk until he was 5 years old, or even you as the mom didn't talk early. Please do not take these comments seriously because it could be detrimental to your child's progress. Also, it is important that you seek help when you suspect that your child has special needs. Go and see your pediatrician. That should usually be your first port of call. If they dismiss you and tell you the behaviors are normal, seek a second opinion. There's nothing wrong in seeking a second opinion. Other professionals you can see include a developmental pediatrician, a child psychologist, a psychiatrist, and a speech language pathologist. Also, if you're suspecting your child has special needs and you go and see a professional, make sure you ask questions. Always write down the questions you have before going to see a specialist. That way you will be able to make the best of your visit and you will not be too overwhelmed by the overload of information. I also advise parents to do your research. Do your research before seeing a doctor. That way, you have a better understanding of the information that is being given to you. Also, as a parent, it is very important that you advocate for your child. Don't be afraid to talk to professionals. As a parent, you are the best advocate your child will have. Do not be intimidated by their wealth of knowledge. If you do your research before meeting with a team of professionals, you'll be able to ask meaningful questions. This will keep the doctors on their toes, and they will understand that you are a partner in the care of your child and not just a bystander who can only be given instructions. For example, in the school system, if you feel like your child needs services like speech therapy, occupational therapy, or needs to be in a social skills group, do not hesitate to ask. Some school officials will tell you it is not necessary or the child does not need it. Please make sure you push as far as you can to get what you need for your child. As a parent, you're the one, you know your child better than any other person. You know what your child needs. You know the child's strengths. You know the child's weaknesses. So as a parent, you can actually go to the Board of Education and request for services that your school is not providing. In future episodes, we will talk more on how to advocate for your child in the medical and school setting. Again, as a parent, do not allow anyone to talk down to you. You may not be a professional, but your role as a parent is very crucial in the treatment and management of your child's condition. It is very important that you take a professional with you when you go into Iep meetings. These are meetings held by the schools to develop educational goals for your child. You can make requests of the type of goals you have for your child, and these goals can be included in the Iep. Remember that no one knows your child as well as you do. You are the child's primary caregiver. You know the child's strengths, you know the child's weaknesses. You should be an important contributor to the IEP. And the IEP actually means Individual Educational Plan, which means that the educational plan is tailored to the needs, specific needs of that child. This way, you can ensure the school is not wasting valuable time teaching your child skills they have already learned. Goals that are included in the IEP must be followed and measured periodically to see if the child has met the goal. Once they meet the goal, then other goals can be set. In the same way, you must be an active participant in the coordination of care meetings. These are meetings that you have with doctors and other medical professionals. When you're meeting with doctors, come prepared with questions and make sure you have some prior knowledge about your child's condition. You can actually look up some of the symptoms online just to give you an idea of what you're dealing with. Also, if you have a child or you suspect that your child has special needs, it is important that you liaise with other parents. It is important to have a support group that consists of other parents who may be facing the same challenges as you. There's nothing more comforting and reassuring than knowing that someone else understands your plight. This way you can ask questions, you can learn, you can grow with other parents. Another thing I want to say to you, if you suspect your child has special needs, is don't be on the defensive and do not take offense when people approach you. Most people that approach you about your child mean well. Most of them are just concerned. Please take time to listen to people, even if you do not agree with them. When in doubt, seek professional help. If you are not satisfied, get the child assessed. It is better to rule out a condition than have to deal with it later on in life. Also, if your child is acting up or displaying stereotypic behaviors that does not appear normal to you or others around you, do not get upset. Don't fret. Don't feel ashamed. People will stare at you. People will make nasty comments. People will be downright mean and intolerant. If you can keep your calm and try to explain the situation to whomever is involved, then you may be able to make progress with them. Because I believe that a lot of people need to be educated about children with special needs. Some people just look at them and, make aspersions about, oh, you're not a good parent, or the child is just misbehaving. So if your child is being disruptive, they may just be overwhelmed by the situation. It is important that you remove them from that situation or environment immediately. For people that have children with autism, avoid taking the children to crowded places where there is lots of noise and lots of lights. For example, big grocery stores like Walmart could be very overstimulating for a child on the spectrum. Another advice I have for parents is do not tolerate bullying. If you suspect that your child is being bullied, do not hesitate to bring it to the notice of teachers or the proper authorities. Also, do not allow people around you to bully you as a parent either. People can be very confrontational in telling you that your child is not well behaved or that you're a bad parent. Always stand up to a bully and try to educate the ones that need to be educated. Remember, you have done nothing wrong and your child's condition is not your fault. Never be ashamed to take your child out in public. Your child deserves to be a part of society, just like any other child. If you have any questions or comments on today's topic or any of the topics we have talked about, please feel free to comment below or message us privately on any of our other social media pages. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and please share with your friends. This will help us create awareness on mental health issues within our larger community. Remember, fear, shame, and anxiety are not who we are or who we were created to be. See you all next time. Thank you.